This is day 10 of building a 10K a month business while working a 9 to 5. Hi everyone, it is the 3rd of July and it's a Friday night. I'm going to show you what I've built. I haven't done any work on the business tonight, but I have done something for the content, which I believe will make it, first of all, easier to watch. I believe most of my videos, like all the 9 videos up until this one, has really been just me speaking into the mic, sharing my thoughts without any real structure. And I've built a tool. It's really obviously I was procrastinating and experimenting with AI on what it can do. And I just built this tool I think it's really cool. It's going to serve as the backbone for the content. So every time I make a video, I'm going to be speaking to it. So I really want to provide something for viewers that see me for the first time. Then they can look at this and see, okay, this is who I am. This is the process. This is the journey I'm on. This is the project and everything I've done in the past and really what is on the roadmap. So I will share my screen. I sound very corporate, but let me share my screen. Cool. So this is the tool. It's a normal HTML file, and really what it is, it's just for anyone looking or watching this for the first time, they can pause on this and see exactly who I am, what I'm doing, and a bit of context on why I'm starting this. And then I think this page is quite cool. They can see the business model and also a bit of a roadmap, which I'll show every time on what I've done and then really what's in the pipeline. What do I see the journey being going forward up until the goal, which is the 10K a month. And that's that for this slide. Second slide, obviously a lot of zeros. I haven't really made any money. And then the fourth slide, which is probably for me, it's the coolest because you can literally drag things to, this is the idea column, the to do column, the in progress, the cancelled, and then the done. And it's I think it's quite cool. It's just like this is insane. Obviously, this whole thing was built by AI, but I think it's such a cool tool that I'm gonna be using to speak off of when I shoot the content, and it really provides a framework to structure it around. So, speaking of structuring it around and a framework, so let me talk through what I've done yesterday. So, if you watched yesterday's video, it's basically going to be the same. I might be going into a bit more detail because what's cool is I have the roadmap now with me. And what I've been doing is it's really the first real work I've done, and I've confirmed my niche, which is home remodelers selling relatively higher ticket services. And so I've clarified on the niche. And also then what I've done is I I asked ChatGPT, I want an Excel with a bunch of leads, not leads, but prospects that I can start reaching out to. I don't want to go onto Google Maps and just, you know, call up every guy from Google Maps. I really want a structured list that I can keep track of who I'm following up with, the names of the people, really have a list that stays there, and I'm gonna follow up until someone tells me, listen, never call me again, never speak to me again, take me off your list. Then I'm gonna take them off. Otherwise, that list is gonna be there. It's gonna be the prospects. It's gonna keep on growing, but it's really the list that I want to have, and then also, which is the second step, go and qualify each prospect and see if they actually fit my ICP, if it's real home remodelers or if it's just some guy doing tiling, for example, because those are the people that also end up in that list when you've used the system or the process that I've used. And what the process is to get, so you're probably asking the question, how do I actually get prospects into an Excel sheet? What's cool is Google has this thing called Places API. And Claude, I've no idea how, created a script. I ran the script and it populated a Excel for me on, 160 businesses that fit my ICP based on what Google gave me. So obviously in that list, there's a lot of plumbers and tilers and roofers, which aren't home remodelers. So those need to be filtered out. What I did then is I gave the list to Claude, in the chat, and Claude took it step by step, going through 10, like that was the batch size, going through 10 of those, seeing who actually fits my ICP. Sorry, I should probably clarify what's ICP. So ICP is ideal client profile. It's basically just your ideal client. So I want top tier home remodelers. I don't want just a normal plumber, for example. So Claude went through that list by actually going onto the website of these businesses. So when you scrape it from the Google's new or the Places API, you get the website, you get the name of the business, you get it's a full list, you get the number, for example. And then Claude went onto the website, it went up and actually looked at the business. It also searched for the business or the person's name, the homeowner, not homeowner, but the owner's name, which is quite cool, and then populated the Excel. So, to cut this short, what I did then is filter out who anyone not in my ICP. So that's what you can see here. There's a little bit of a flag saying first 17 leads qualified. I believe that was when um, it has gone through about 90 of these 167. So it's probably going to be like 40 qualified leads that I can start reaching out to. It's not ideal. I mean, it's not a lot. It's probably I can reach out to 40 in one day through WhatsApp. But I mean, that's really where we're at now. It only searched for home remodelers in I think like Bryanston and Santon and one other place. So it didn't cover a huge surface area, so I think it's still fine. And then, so the next step is building the website so that when someone asks me, send me over more info, I can just send them my website. And I really want the website to be easy to go through, easy to see what I'm doing, easy to see my prices, what I'm offering. That's really the goal, building the website next, creating a name and logo. That's really the thing I want to tick off as quickly as possible. It's something that a lot of people I think that's going to add massive amount of value. I think to an extent it does, but not as much as you would think. I promise you, prospect isn't going to care what your website looks like. I just wanted to tell the right story for if they actually land on the website. But I'm not going to spend 3 days trying to make it as cool as possible. I think I can have something with Claude in a morning, which is sufficient, which I'll try to stick to because I do get carried away, as you can see by my HTML file. And then really what I want to do is get the automations going. So WhatsApp automations, email automations, maybe SMS, and then start reaching out to clients. So next week's goal is to be able to start reaching out to clients and just getting touch points, like speaking to people, getting replies, and that's really the goal for now. So think that, and as well, um, something I've put here is on the to-do list is to really, I haven't filled it in yet, but it's to start mapping out my service offering. So what am I offering to these clients? So if they say yes, what does that process look like? What do I offer them first? Do I do an audit? Do I do something for free? Is it paid first? So it's really that. So I think all that will be encompassed in my offer and what they actually pay for. So I need to go and structure out those tiers, make sure that I can actually deliver on the things that I offer. And how do I, this is for in the future, but how do I separate myself from any other marketer selling to homeowners? How do I actually get homeowners clients? How can I actually make an offer for them that speak to their client base? So, I mean, that's really where the marketing expertise will come in. So, guys, that's it for now. That is day 10, and hope you like the framework. That's going to be what I'm talking to probably for the rest of the series, and I like it, so I think it's pretty cool. And I'll see you in the next video.